A summary of psychology of money. Hey there, welcome to our deep dive into the psychology of money by Morgan Housel. In this summary, we're going to dissect each of the book's 20 chapters, extracting the most valuable insights and lessons. From the remarkable impact of compound interest to understanding the role luck plays in our financial journey, we've got you covered. So, grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's embark on an enlightening journey through the intriguing realm of behavioral finance. Morgan Housel shares 20 short stories exploring the strange ways people think about money and teaches you how to make better sense of one of life's most important topics. The psychology of money is full of interesting ideas and practical takeaways. Let's not wait any longer and dive into the book now. Introduction. During his college days, Housel worked as a valet at a luxurious Los Angeles hotel, encountering a variety of wealthy individuals. One memorable guest flaunted his wealth with cash and gold coins, only to later end up bankrupt. This story underscores the book's core argument. Financial success depends less on intelligence and more on behavior, which is notoriously difficult to teach. Even the brightest minds can falter financially if they can't manage their emotions. Housel also shares the story of Ronald James Reed, a seemingly ordinary janitor and gas station attendant who amassed a fortune of $8 million through frugality and wise investments. Despite his humble profession, Reed left millions to his family and local institutions upon his death, proving that patience and smart investing can lead to remarkable wealth. This book offers 20 chapters that delve into the psychological aspects of managing money, drawing lessons from both history and the financial crisis. Housel argues that understanding money requires looking through the lenses of psychology and history, rather than just finance. The book explores the two prevailing perspectives on financial success, one attributing it to luck, regardless of intelligence or effort, and the other emphasizing it as a soft skill, termed the psychology of money, where behavior outweighs knowledge. The author aims to illustrate through short stories that these soft skills are more crucial than technical expertise in making sound financial decisions, challenging the predominant math-focused approach in finance education. Drawing parallels with advancements in healthcare, where scientific discoveries have improved outcomes universally, the book questions whether the influx of top minds into finance has truly enhanced investor proficiency. Housel argues that there is no compelling evidence to suggest that financial engineering improves investors' returns. In 2018, Housel authored a report highlighting 20 significant flaws, biases, and triggers of poor financial behavior observed in individuals. Titled The Psychology of Money, the report has been read by over 1 million people. This book offers a more comprehensive exploration of the subject matter, incorporating some unchanged excerpts from the original report. Chapter 1. No One's Crazy. This chapter highlights how people's behaviors and beliefs about money are shaped by their unique life experiences. Factors such as upbringing, socioeconomic background, geographical location, historical context, and personal luck all play a role in forming one's perspective on finances. Each individual's understanding of risk, reward, and financial decisions is deeply influenced by their specific circumstances. What may seem irrational or incomprehensible to one person could be perfectly logical to another, based on their distinct life journey. The author emphasizes that there is no universal truth when it comes to money, as everyone's perspective is valid and shaped by their individual experiences. Housel states that people do some crazy things with money, but no one is crazy. Using real-life examples, Housel illustrates how varied money mindsets can impact our financial journey, shaped by individual experiences and circumstances. While some individuals excel as savers and investors, others face challenges irrespective of their income level. Recognizing that each person's financial circumstances are distinct, with no universal solution, is crucial. Equally intelligent individuals may hold differing perspectives on fear and uncertainty, which in turn shapes their perception of wealth, risk, and investment. Housel advocates for scrutinizing our financial biases and adopting a rational approach to money management. Embracing a long-term perspective and avoiding short-term emotional decisions are paramount to achieving financial goals. Thus, by recognizing the diversity in people's relationships with money, we can not only make better decisions for ourselves, but also cultivate empathy towards others. It's time to seize control of our finances and pave the path toward a brighter financial future. While some individuals face challenges in managing their finances, regardless of their income level, Housel stresses the importance of acknowledging everyone's unique financial circumstances. He highlights that there's no universal solution to achieving financial success. In this chapter, Housel urges readers to recognize their financial biases and adopt a rational approach to money management. He encourages embracing a long-term mindset in personal finance and advises against making decisions driven by short-term emotions. By understanding that no one's relationship with money is irrational, readers can develop greater empathy towards others and make more informed financial decisions for themselves. Chapter 2: Luck and Risk. This chapter discusses the interplay between luck, risk, and individual effort in determining success, using the example of Bill Gates' early exposure to computers. It highlights the role of serendipity, as Gates attended a high school with rare computer access due to a forward-thinking teacher's initiative. Gates and his classmate Paul Allen seized the opportunity to explore computing, leading to their expertise and eventual vision of starting a computer company, emphasizing the importance of both luck and individual effort in achieving success. The author talks about how luck and risk affect our money and success. He says that luck is a significant part of our lives, and understanding this can help us become better at handling our money and investments. Housel points out that many people don't realize how much luck can influence success. He uses stories of successful investors and business people to show that luck often plays a key role in their success. He also mentions that some people have advantages from the start, like being born into a wealthy family or having access to good education and resources. But Housel doesn't just talk about luck. He also discusses the importance of risk in making money. He explains that taking smart risks is key to achieving our financial goals. However, he warns us to be careful and not ignore the possible negatives. Successful investors, he says, are good at managing risk and grabbing opportunities when they come. Finally, Housel wants readers to understand how luck affects their lives and to be smart about the risks they take with their money. He encourages us to think long-term about our investments and not get too worried about short-term changes in the market. By understanding luck and risk, we can make better financial decisions and improve our chances of success. Chapter 3: Never Enough. In Chapter 3, the discussion centers around the concept of enough in the realm of financial management and personal well-being. The author explores the common challenge many face in defining what constitutes sufficient wealth and resources for themselves. He highlights the psychological stress and dissatisfaction that can arise from the perpetual pursuit of greater financial gains and material possessions, a phenomenon that transcends income levels and affects individuals universally. Housel advocates for a moment of introspection to determine one's personal definition of enough, suggesting that such clarity can lead to a state of financial peace and contentment. He emphasizes that this process is not about complacency or settling for less, but about recognizing the point at which additional wealth and possessions cease to contribute to overall happiness. Through numerous observations, Housel has noted that individuals who have identified their unique threshold of enough tend to experience higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction. Therefore, the core message of this chapter is an invitation to shift focus from the relentless pursuit of more towards the cultivation of a life enriched with genuine happiness and fulfillment. Housel encourages readers to evaluate their priorities and aspirations critically, advocating for a life that is not merely filled with material goods, but one that aligns with personal values and brings true joy. Chapter 4: Confounding Compounding. In this chapter, the author explores the profound impact of compounding on financial growth over time. He presents a compelling case for the significance of compounding, a concept many may not fully appreciate, thus potentially missing out on opportunities to optimize their financial growth. Housel explains how compounding works by generating earnings on an initial investment, which in turn generate their own earnings. This process, similar to a snowball effect, magnifies wealth incrementally over time. However, Housel also cautions against the pitfalls of compounding, particularly when it comes to high-interest debt, such as credit card debt, where the mechanism of compounding can exacerbate financial burdens. He advocates for a strategic approach to finances, emphasizing the avoidance of high-interest debt and the prioritization of investments with the potential for long-term returns. Encouraging early and consistent investment, Housel highlights that even minimal investments can, over time, result in significant financial accumulation due to the power of compounding. He persistently advises against high-interest debt and champions investments that offer reliable returns over the long haul. This chapter serves as a critical examination of how a strategic understanding and application of compounding can fundamentally alter one's financial trajectory. Housel motivates readers to adopt a more informed and proactive stance towards investing, leveraging the principle of compounding to enhance their financial prosperity sustainably over the years. Chapter 5: Getting Wealthy versus Stay Wealthy. In this chapter, the author delves into the critical distinction between accumulating wealth and preserving it. He presents a candid assessment. Many individuals are focused on the pursuit of wealth, yet give little thought to strategies for retaining it, a mindset that can lead to financial vulnerability. Housel articulates that acquiring wealth often requires aggressive and bold financial decisions, but maintaining wealth necessitates a more calculated and prudent approach, emphasizing long-term financial security. Through his observations, Housel notes the common pitfall where individuals achieve financial success rapidly, only to see their fortunes diminish just as swiftly due to inadequate financial management or overly speculative investments. He advocates for a strategy of diversification and careful risk assessment, emphasizing that skilled investors excel in balancing the pursuit of gains with the imperative to safeguard their assets. The essence of this chapter serves as a strategic guide for forward-thinking financial planning. Housel advises, do not merely aspire to become wealthy, aim to remain wealthy. He champions the virtues of adhering to a well-conceived financial strategy, exercising patience, and maintaining a disciplined approach to managing one's financial resources. This approach, he argues, is not merely about accumulating wealth but ensuring its sustainability. The key message underscored is the importance of adopting a long-term perspective towards wealth management. By focusing on wealth preservation and making judicious financial decisions, individuals can secure enduring financial stability, thereby transforming fleeting success into lasting prosperity. Chapter 6: Tails, You Win. In this chapter, the discussion centers around an often overlooked aspect of investing in personal finance: extreme events, commonly referred to as tail events. The author emphasizes the rarity of such occurrences, yet highlights their potential to significantly disrupt financial stability. It is, therefore, prudent for investors to consider these events in their strategic planning. Housel delves into the nature of tail events, describing them as scenarios that deviate drastically from the norm, such as severe market downturns or unexpected surges in stock prices. These situations represent significant deviations from expected financial trends and can be likened to plot twists in the narrative of the financial markets. The author advocates for a proactive approach to these unpredictable events. The strategy involves diversifying investment portfolios and adopting a long-term perspective, rather than attempting to predict the next market anomaly. This preparation is not about foretelling specific incidents, but ensuring resilience in the face of financial surprises. Housel positions himself as a guide in the realm of financial planning, advising readers on the importance of risk management and preparedness for the unforeseen. Successful investors, he notes, understand the inevitability of tail events and implement strategies to mitigate their impact. The overarching message of this chapter is the importance of crafting an investment strategy that is robust and adaptable to any situation. While extreme events may seem like fiction, their occurrence in the investment world is a reality. A focus on risk management and preparation is essential for making informed investment decisions and securing long-term financial growth. Chapter 7: Freedom. In this chapter, the author delves into the intricate concept of financial freedom and its transformative effect on an individual's life. He suggests that financial freedom transcends the mere accumulation of substantial wealth. It is fundamentally about the autonomy to make life choices and pursue a lifestyle defined by personal terms. Housel articulates that financial freedom can be achieved through a combination of steady income, a well-diversified investment portfolio, and the discipline to spend less than what one earns. He underscores the critical importance of adhering to a lifestyle within one's means and the dangers of succumbing to lifestyle inflation, which can derail the pursuit of financial independence. Housel advocates for a mindful approach to spending, emphasizing that financial freedom is attainable for those who prioritize discipline and patience in their financial practices. Within this discourse, Housel encourages readers to align their financial strategies with their core values and life priorities, rather than pursuing wealth as an end in itself. He asserts that the essence of financial freedom lies not in the wealth itself, but in the liberation it affords individuals to lead their desired lives. Overall, the chapter underscores the significance of financial freedom in one's life, advocating for a strategic approach to personal finance that encompasses living within one's means, cultivating a diversified investment strategy, and maintaining fidelity to one's values. By embracing these principles, readers are guided towards achieving financial freedom and realizing the ability to live life on their own terms. Chapter 8: Man in the Car Paradox. In this chapter, the author explores the concept of the man in the car paradox and its implications for personal finance and investing. He suggests that the pursuit of wealth and financial achievement, often sought for the freedom and security it promises, paradoxically leads many to feel more confined and stressed. The man in the car paradox is described as the phenomenon where individuals feel most constrained upon reaching financial success due to the increased stakes of losing what they have amassed. Housel extends this paradox to various life domains, including career paths and personal relationships, underlining the complexity of financial prosperity's impact on overall well-being. He stresses the significance of seeking meaning and purpose beyond mere financial accumulation. While acknowledging the comfort and autonomy money can afford, Housel argues that true joy and fulfillment stem from prioritizing life's intangible aspects, such as relationships, experiences, and personal growth. This chapter serves as a call to readers to look beyond financial accomplishments and to cultivate a life that resonates with their core values and aspirations. Housel suggests that a balanced approach to life, where financial success is integrated with a focus on personal development and meaningful connections, can lead to a more profound sense of freedom and satisfaction than wealth alone can offer. Overall, the chapter underscores the vital importance of finding meaning and purpose beyond financial achievements. By emphasizing what genuinely matters in life, individuals can attain a richer sense of freedom and fulfillment, surpassing what material wealth alone can provide. Chapter 9: Wealth is What You Don't See. In this chapter, Housel presents the notion that expending money to display wealth is ironically a direct path to diminishing one's financial resources. He illustrates this by pointing out that the ownership of a $100,000 vehicle might suggest wealth at first glance, but it essentially indicates a reduction of $100,000 in the owner's net worth, or an increase in their debt. This highlights a prevalent societal error, gauging wealth based on observable assets. The inability to view someone's financial statements leads to reliance on visible signs such as luxury cars, properties, and digital personas as proxies for financial success. Housel distinguishes between the concept of being rich, which is often evidenced by the ability to afford high-ticket items potentially through debt, and true wealth, which he defines as the accumulation of unspent income. According to Housel, real wealth is invisible, comprising saved income that provides the flexibility and opportunity to make substantial purchases in the future, thus offering a more profound sense of financial security and optionality. Housel gets to the heart of it. Wanting wealth is really about craving financial freedom, the power to make choices without worrying about money right this second. And getting there? It's all about smart money moves. But here's the twist. Society often mixes up showing off wealth with actually having it, which kind of throws a shadow over the whole idea of saving and building real wealth. This mix-up makes it tricky to figure out how to actually grow your wealth, since the real deal doesn't always shout from the rooftops. So what we end up with is a bunch of people who might not look rich, but have a hefty financial cushion. And then there are those who look the part, but are barely hanging on. It's a world where looks can be super deceiving. Chapter 10. Save Money. In this chapter, Housel presents an analysis that categorizes individuals into three distinct groups based on their approach to saving: those who save, those who believe they cannot save, and those who see no need to save. Housel contends that accumulating wealth is not predominantly a function of one's income level or the performance of their investments. Instead, the critical determinant of wealth accumulation lies in the proportion of income that is saved. Housel suggests thinking of wealth as what's left in your pocket after you've paid for your lifestyle. And guess what? You can grow a nice little pile of wealth without earning the big bucks, but you've got zero chance without stashing away a good chunk of your income. Plus, what's the real value of your wealth? It's all about what you actually need. Housel asserts that a substantial savings rate involves maintaining expenditure below potential levels of indulgence, thereby enhancing the value of each dollar saved. This perspective reveals that the capacity to save a greater portion of one's income is largely under individual control. Choosing to spend less and cultivating a preference for minimalism simplifies the act of reducing expenditures. Furthermore, this inclination towards frugality is amplified by diminishing the importance placed on societal perceptions and the external display of wealth. It is not necessary to have a grand motive for saving. Accumulating savings without a designated purpose provides people with options and flexibility, affording you the opportunity to bide your time for the optimal moment and to adjust your plans according to your own criteria. Each amount saved signifies a moment in the future reclaimed for oneself rather than being allocated to external obligations. This degree of flexibility and autonomy over one's future constitutes a less visible, yet profoundly significant advantage of wealth accumulation. Finally, in today's intensely competitive and interconnected society, Housel argues that mere intelligence no longer serves as the unparalleled advantage it once did. Instead, adaptability emerges as a crucial differentiator. Housel suggests that the true competitive edge shifts towards more nuanced, interpersonal skills such as communication, empathy, and indeed, adaptability. Possessing these qualities enables individuals to navigate career and investment landscapes more patiently, learn new competencies as necessary, eschew the pressure to compete on every front, and discover their passions at a comfortable pace. Chapter 11. Reasonable is greater than rational. In this chapter, Morgan Housel introduces an alternative approach to financial decision-making. He advocates for prioritizing reasonableness over strict logic in managing finances. Housel highlights that, although the field of finance often seeks the optimal investment strategies through mathematical analysis, the average person places greater value on the comfort and satisfaction derived from their financial choices, rather than solely adhering to numerical logic. Housel mentions Harry Markowitz, who won a big award for his work on understanding how risk and returns work together. Markowitz said that people aren't just logical or illogical, we're human. We don't want to stress more than we need to, especially when we have so many things trying to grab our attention. According to Housel, it makes more sense to be reasonable. For example, if someone sees their retirement savings disappearing, they're not going to just keep doing the same thing. They'll want to try something different, maybe even get mad at their financial advisor. He further discusses the notion that certain investment strategies, despite not being flawless, may prove more beneficial for individuals who find them easier to adhere to. Engaging in activities such as day trading or selecting individual stocks may not align with mathematical best practices. Yet, if these actions provide personal satisfaction and are conducted on a modest scale, they can be deemed acceptable. This approach helps ensure that individuals refrain from disrupting their major investment portfolios. Housel understands why people try to guess what will happen in the economy or with stocks, even though these predictions often aren't right. It's hard to admit we don't know what's coming next, but it's a very human thing to do. He ends the chapter by mentioning Jack Bogle, who started Vanguard, saying sometimes we make decisions because of our families or just because life isn't always straightforward. This chapter makes a strong case for taking a more personal and less strictly logical approach to money, emphasizing that it's okay to make decisions that feel right to us, even if they're not the absolute best choice by the numbers. Chapter 12. Surprise. In this engaging chapter, Morgan Housel explores the intricate relationship between history, economics, and investing, prompting a reevaluation of our reliance on historical data for forecasting future market movements. He articulates that while history is replete with unforeseen events, it often assumes the role of a trusted advisor for investors and economists looking to predict future trends. Housel underscores the value of understanding economic and investment history, noting its utility in setting realistic expectations, learning from historical errors, and sketching a broad outline for potential success. However, he cautions against viewing history as an exact blueprint for future developments, advocating for a balanced appreciation of its insights without overestimating its predictive accuracy. Housel introduces the concept of the historians as prophets fallacy, a common trap where there is an excessive dependence on past data to forecast future conditions in an arena that thrives on innovation and change. He points out that investing is not a hard science, but a conglomerate of individuals making decisions under uncertainty, driven by the potential impact on their well-being. This environment of imperfect decision-making underlines the dynamic nature of economics, where change is the only constant. Echoing Bill Bonner's metaphor of Mr. Market as an ever-active force for capitalism. Central to Housel's argument is the notion that the true drivers of economic and financial trends are the narratives people create and their preferences for goods and services, which are in perpetual flux due to cultural and generational shifts. Relying too heavily on historical data for investment guidance, Housel warns risks overlooking the outlier events that have historically had the most significant impact. He cites major occurrences such as the Great Depression, World War II, the dot-com bubble, and the housing crash of the mid-2000s as examples of such outliers that have reshaped the economic landscape, underscoring the predominant role of unexpected events in economic history. This reliance on history, according to Housel, is not just a failure of analysis but a failure of imagination, highlighting a broader issue within the financial forecasting community that often discounts the possibility that the future might deviate radically from the past. The evolution of specific trends, trades, and sectors illustrates that historical patterns should inform rather than dictate our approach to future planning. In conclusion, Housel challenges us to reconsider how we think about and prepare for the future, advocating for a more nuanced engagement with historical data. Acknowledging that historians are not prophets, he invites us to cultivate a special kind of skill, the ability to imagine a future that may bear little resemblance to the past, and to plan accordingly without over-relying on historical precedents. This approach requires a blend of respect for history's lessons and an openness to the unpredictable nature of economic and financial evolution. Chapter 13. Room for Error. In this chapter, the author delves into the crucial concept of incorporating a margin of error within personal finance and investment strategies. He presents a compelling argument for the necessity of not only planning for future financial goals, but also preparing for unforeseen obstacles and setbacks. Housel outlines several strategies to accommodate uncertainties, including setting up an emergency fund, diversifying investment portfolios, and avoiding substantial debt. He advocates for a proactive stance on risk management, asserting that such an approach enables individuals to safeguard against unexpected occurrences, thereby securing their financial future. Housel further underscores the importance of adopting realistic and adaptable attitudes toward financial planning and goal setting. He acknowledges that unexpected challenges are an inevitable aspect of life, emphasizing the need for preparedness to navigate these situations effectively. Throughout this chapter, Housel advises readers to prioritize risk management in their financial planning, ensuring that there is sufficient leeway to accommodate potential discrepancies. By adhering to this principle, individuals can pursue their financial objectives while mitigating the impact of unforeseen events and challenges. In essence, this chapter underscores the significance of allowing for a margin of error in personal finance and investment practices. By establishing an emergency fund, diversifying investments, and avoiding excessive debt, individuals can shield themselves from unexpected events and maintain long-term financial stability. Chapter 14. You'll Change. In this chapter, the discussion focuses on the dynamic nature of personal finance and investing, underscoring the reality that financial goals and priorities evolve over time. Housel observes that various factors, including significant life events, alterations in personal circumstances, and shifts in economic conditions, can influence individuals' financial objectives and priorities. He advocates for a willingness to embrace change and the importance of adjusting financial plans and strategies to align with emerging goals and priorities. Housel further stresses the significance of adopting a long-term perspective in personal finance and investing. He suggests that by concentrating on establishing a robust financial foundation and maintaining flexibility and adaptability, individuals can fulfill their financial objectives and navigate through unforeseen challenges. Throughout this chapter, Housel motivates readers to devise a financial plan that emphasizes flexibility and adaptability. He asserts that such an approach ensures financial strategies stay pertinent and effective over time. Ultimately, this chapter underscores the necessity of acknowledging the dynamic aspects of personal finance and investing. By adopting a long-term outlook and remaining open to adjustments, individuals can lay a solid financial groundwork and achieve their financial aspirations through time. Chapter 15. Nothing's Free. In this chapter, the author explores the principle that nothing in personal finance and investing comes without a price. He points out that although there are paths to high earnings and financial prosperity, they invariably carry associated risks and expenses that must be carefully evaluated. The emphasis is placed on the necessity of recognizing hidden fees and costs in financial dealings and investment activities. He observes that numerous financial products and services are fraught with concealed charges that can significantly diminish returns as time goes by. The author advocates for the creation of a financial strategy that values transparency and minimal fees, suggesting that such an approach enables individuals to optimize their earnings while reducing expenses in the long term. This chapter underscores the critical understanding that free opportunities in personal finance and investment are myths. Through awareness of unseen costs and a commitment to clear, low-fee financial practices, individuals can establish a solid financial base and fulfill their economic objectives progressively. Chapter 16. You and Me. In this chapter, Morgan Housel advises readers to exercise caution when taking financial advice from individuals engaged in a fundamentally different financial strategy. He underscores the significant, often detrimental impact financial bubbles can have on society, noting their capacity to wreak havoc on lives and financial stability. Housel challenges the simplistic attribution of financial bubbles to human greed, suggesting that such an explanation overlooks the complex motivations and circumstances that lead individuals to make financial decisions that, in retrospect, may seem imprudent. He emphasizes that at the moment of decision-making, these choices appear rational to the individuals involved, often made under conditions of limited information and apparent necessity. Housel examines the dynamics of financial bubbles, highlighting how they are fueled by the allure of short-term gains that attract a shift in investor demographics from predominantly long-term to largely short-term focused individuals. This shift creates a feedback loop where increasing short-term trading elevates returns, drawing in more short-term traders and ultimately leading to a market dominated by speculative pricing rather than long-term value assessment. A critical message Housel imparts is the importance of recognizing one's own investment time horizon and resisting the influence of market participants with different objectives and strategies. He suggests that a profound understanding of one's investment goals and the discipline to not be swayed by others operating on different premises are key to navigating the complex landscape of financial investments. To reinforce this concept, Housel recommends readers to articulate their financial mission statement, thereby gaining clarity on their investment philosophy and objectives. This exercise serves to delineate relevant financial considerations from the noise of market fluctuations and predictions, which may not align with one's strategic perspective. By focusing on what is pertinent to their own financial journey, readers can avoid the distractions of market speculation and maintain a steady course towards their financial goals. In summary, Housel discusses how financial bubbles and investment strategies can be complex, involving both people's behavior and market trends. He suggests that when it comes to making investment decisions, it's important for readers to know themselves and have a clear plan, especially regarding their risk tolerance and investment time horizon. Chapter 17. The Seduction of Pessimism. In this part of the book, the writer tackles the enticing but deceptive charm of pessimism in the world of personal finance and investment. He points out that while adopting a pessimistic outlook towards the future might seem justified, given the myriad challenges facing both individuals and the broader society, such an approach can often become a self-defeating cycle, leading to overlooked opportunities and substantial financial downturns over time. The writer stresses the critical importance of maintaining a balanced and realistic view when navigating personal finance and investments. He highlights that being conscious of potential risks is essential, yet it is equally vital to acknowledge the possibilities for growth and achievement that lie ahead. The chapter encourages readers to craft a financial strategy centered around balance and a positive outlook, suggesting that this mindset can pave the way to capturing opportunities and securing long-term financial prosperity. The key takeaway from this chapter is the need to recognize the false allure of pessimism in financial planning and investment, while emphasizing the value of a perspective that marries optimism with practicality. By steering towards this balanced approach, the writer assures readers that they can establish a solid financial base and work towards achieving their financial objectives over time. Chapter 18. When You'll Believe Anything. This chapter examines how personal beliefs deeply influence financial and investment decisions, emphasizing the tendency of individuals to cling to their convictions, even when contradicted by facts. The author discusses the significant risk this bias introduces, especially how it makes individuals more susceptible to financial scams or the lure of unfounded investment crazes. Highlighting the danger of decisions based on unproven beliefs, the author cautions against the seductive appeal of schemes promising quick wealth or trendy investments lacking solid backing. He advocates for a disciplined approach to financial planning and investment, one grounded in reliable evidence and sound financial doctrines, as a means to safeguard against deception and to enhance the likelihood of achieving lasting financial well-being. The chapter champions a balanced approach that incorporates skepticism with an adherence to evidence-based financial strategies. By eschewing the false promises of immediate riches in favor of steadfast, principle-driven financial planning, one can establish a robust financial base. Chapter 19. All Together Now. In concluding, the author aims to arm readers with insightful guidance and practical advice for prudent financial management and savvy investing. He suggests that true financial success stems from a blend of knowledge, strategic thinking, and the psychological acumen to navigate the intricate dynamics of personal finance. By understanding the psychological influences on financial decisions, individuals are better equipped to make choices that are in sync with their long-term objectives. The author argues that there is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. As this exploration into the psychological aspects of financial behavior concludes, readers are encouraged to leverage this newfound understanding to make informed, wise financial choices. With the principles of the psychology of money as a guide, readers are prepared to navigate the financial landscape with greater confidence, making decisions that lead to sustainable financial prosperity. Chapter 20, Confessions. In this chapter, Morgan Housel shares his personal approach to money and investing, emphasizing the psychological aspects that influence his decisions. He identifies himself as a passive investor, optimistic about the world's potential for economic growth and confident that this growth will benefit his investments over the next 30 years. Housel highlights the importance of personal investment philosophies by referring to Sandy Gottesman, who values understanding why individuals own certain investments. This perspective is contrasted with the startling fact that many mutual fund managers don't invest their own money in the funds they manage, revealing a potential disconnect between their professional recommendations and personal actions. Central to Housel's financial strategy is the pursuit of independence rather than wealth. Inspired by Charlie Munger's distinction between seeking riches and achieving independence, Housel prioritizes financial decisions that grant him and his family the freedom to live on their terms. This approach is influenced by his parents' journey from poverty to financial stability, emphasizing frugality, a high savings rate, and the significance of financial independence. Housel's commitment to living below their means, despite rising incomes, has allowed him and his wife to significantly increase their savings rate, contributing to what he refers to as their independence fund. This disciplined approach to lifestyle and spending reflects a deliberate choice to prioritize long-term independence over immediate luxury or status. One of the most telling examples of Housel's philosophy is the decision to own their house outright, without a mortgage. Despite the financial logic that might favor leveraging assets at low interest rates for potentially higher returns, Housel values the psychological comfort and sense of independence that comes from being mortgage-free. This decision underscores his belief that being psychologically reasonable often trumps making decisions that are coldly rational in financial planning. Overall, Housel's narrative underscores the importance of aligning financial decisions with personal values and goals, particularly the value of independence. It challenges readers to consider their own financial goals and the psychological factors that influence their approach to money and investing. Conclusion. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel offers insightful perspectives on how people think about money, make financial decisions, and why they behave the way they do with their finances. Housel explores the idea that personal finance is more about behavior and psychology than it is about numbers and formulae. Through a collection of short stories and examples, the book delves into various themes such as the importance of saving, the impact of luck and risk, the value of long-term thinking, and the significance of humility in financial success. Housel argues that understanding one's own behavior and reactions to wealth and risk is crucial for making wise financial decisions. He emphasizes that factors like personal history, ego, and environment significantly influence financial outcomes. The book also highlights the difference between being wealthy and appearing wealthy, underscoring the idea that true financial success is not about accumulating goods, but achieving freedom and security. Overall, The Psychology of Money aims to equip readers with a healthier, more thoughtful approach to personal finance by encouraging them to reflect on their own attitudes and behaviors towards money. If you enjoyed this summary of The Psychology of Money and found the insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Your support helps us create more content like this. Thanks for listening.